death and your burial is one thing that makes me cry. It's been so long, I've been looking at this picture of you. You were shot by the soldiers, I remember. It's been so long, I don't wanna see Biafra alone. It hurts my body and my soul to hear that you are gone now. If we forget you, our fallen heroes will be incomplete. If we forget those who died for our freedom, we will be complete. They were shot and they died. We started asking why. The truth that they told us became another lie. That was no war, that was a the genocide by Nigerian government and British on the side. For so long, I miss you. I will let the whole world know before I let you go. It's been so long, I don't wanna see Biafra alone. It hurts my body and my soul to see that you're gone.
Tough and the weak I will try my best to come in this afternoon or this morning, as the case may be. Please, we're gonna discuss a few things here, and I would also like you to join me and also WhatsApp me if you can. Otherwise, then we will have to also continue as usual. Please, as you're coming in, share this and also let our people come over here. So let's also rub minds and discuss about the issues that concerns us. Of course, our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the reason why some of us are here in the first place, isn't it? Once again, good morning and good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Please, today is gonna be it's not gonna be too long. I know that I always say this, but it's not gonna be too long. As you are coming in, also invite your friends. This is very, very important, and we're gonna discuss a lot of things here. It's gonna be very, very revealing, you know, for over what we're gonna be discussing here today. How did we get here? You know, as I said, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know, is really fighting hard, and we greet him. Onyendu, I'm greeting you from here, and also greeting your wife, Lolo Jojo Kanu. She has been so much consistent, and we love her with our heart. We have utmost respect to your wife and your children that have endured all this, you know, situation that we find ourselves in, and they themselves also being at the forefront of it, you know, receiving the direct heat that is coming from every angle of this Biafra restoration West. It's not an easy thing. We have you in our heart, and our leader at the same time also, you know, we pray and we continue to ask Kukabiyama to protect you and give you, you know, good health, despite what you're going through there. We are all in this together. and we are not going to back down. We are not going to back down. We are not going to retreat. We are not going to surrender. This time around, keep Azua. We will get Biafra. And Biafra is within sight, as I have said before. Biafra is within sight. And, anybody telling you that, we still have a long way to go, that person doesn't know why he was here in the first place. We are very, very close. And like I've said in the past, it's really, really getting tough. And the weak-minded people has been withered off, and they are falling off as well. Many more of them are going to fall off. As Onyendu said, we don't need too much crowd. Despite that, also, we ask for it, but we don't need too much crowd to get Biafra, because that will get us distracted. It's only few people. I can tell you in Austria today, that everybody is enjoying, that every man's Igbo man or African man is dreaming to go to Austria. Some of them who are there doing their business and doing pranking and everything. That country fought for their independence, and it's only 30%. No, not 30%, 25%. Ireland here is less than, I think, less than 30% fought the independence of their country. In which other place? Other countries, it's only few. In South Africa, some of our people are dying today to go to South Africa. It's only 30% that fought for the independence of South Africa. 30%, which is Nelson Mandela. So our own is not going to be different. The only thing we need is mental toughness and consistency. And transparency. That's all we need. Biafra is not going to come by lie, by, saying that you will bring war plane, you have a countdown, you will do. There's no way. They have done this now for how many years? Have you seen any changes? Because it's lie. You understand what I'm saying? It's lie. Biafra cannot be gotten by ill lie. Lying constantly, forming, Biafra in exile, de facto government, which other one? How many of them have they formed? It's only going to last only a couple of weeks and months. Then that will go underground again. Because they are living under lies upon lies. There's no way Biafra can be gotten in that shape or form. But look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's leadership and his movement. Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, he got it right. He got it right. And nobody can tread that, IPOB. It's not possible. You see all these criminals, they run around, they still come back in what our leader is always talking about, IPOB. Everything they want to do, they want to attach themselves with IPOB. They go and steal, they want to attach themselves with IPOB. They want to form their criminals in exile, they want to attach IPOB to it. They want to form, private criminal in exile, they want to attach to IPOB. They want to go and steal, they want to attach IPOB. They want to do their useless criminal fundraising, they want to attach IPOB. They can't, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spend time to go and review to him. That's why we believe in him. That's why we so much believe in him that without him, we still have some issues to solve. So everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spent time and did and brought to this movement is 1 in a million, and nobody can argue that. And that's why we must protect IPOB, protect this movement to the highest bid of it, to the highest bid of it. We're not going to come here to lie to you that we are doing this while we are not doing that. And if you can see IPOB in the last 10 years, consistency, and you can see massive results, both here, both in Europe, both in Asia, both in America, you can see the engagements of IPOB with the other, among other nations. Because we are honest. Those who claim that they have formed the de facto government, the DJ Rezo, have you seen him recently now? With new order, I don't know what he formed. You call it Igbo Nation. So people should ask him, what happened to your de facto government with Asare Dokubo, which you happened from deputy leader of Biafra, indigenous people of Biafra, to secretary of de facto government of Asare Dokubo. You see, once you leave IPOB, the grace will depart from you. Simple and short. Once you sabotage this movement, not even leaving IPOB, once you start sabotaging, indulging yourself in sabotage of this noble cause, the grace of Almighty Chukwuka Abiyama will start departing from you immediately. Everything you'll be doing will be wrong. Everything you'll be getting it wrong. Have you not seen the guy called as Tari Nemi? Do you not see how he's now becoming the, a fly now that think that is the same with the butterfly? You know, have you not seen what the Judge Onibe? Where are they? Blue Jack. How many of them? Aritanubog. How we call thousands of them? Clifford Inanya, Obido Obi, where are they? Once you depart from this noble cause, once you start indulging yourself in sabotage of this movement, of this ordained movement, you start seeing yourself behaving like a madman on the street or a mad woman on the street. This is where it has gotten us now. But look at IPOB. Look at Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How about Chaburu? You know, they want to attach themselves to the name Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Because they are ectoparasites. That's what our leader's wife called them. Ectoparasites. They cannot stand on their own. They eat flesh. So this is the way it is. You know, so we'll also encourage you to remain strong and focused as we continue to march full steam ahead of this Biafra restoration. Our leader is holding the key. Like I tried to explain last night, our brother, Fearless Evangelist, was saying that, you know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everything that an Igbo man wants is confined in him. And they have taken him with those things that we are looking for. They went and, you know, put him somewhere. An Igbo man now, or Biafran, some of them not Biafrans, because these are, you know, criminal Igbo people. Some of them, you know, now they have caged everything there, their politics and everything. And I'm going to go straight away into the reason why I'm here today. As so many of you, please, as you're coming in and share this, my name remains Mazi. So, as so many of them, you know, have sold their souls to the devil, you know, I will go to start from, you know, what happened in court yesterday. What happened in court yesterday was something that, you know, most of us were expecting it. And why I want to touch a little bit on that is for our people to know that what we are talking about here is Biafra. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. That one is 100% sure. He must be released. You cannot toy with his life because he represents everything in, you know, that knows to the East. You know, over 17 million people hanged their, you know, support on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So he represents 70 million people. So for the world to know, over 70 million people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is representing. And we're letting the world to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going through persecution. No, persecution he's going to. That's where he is now. And Biafrans should also remain strong and lend their support to our leader and to the structure our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put in place to guide us in his absence. This is very, very, very important. The enemy now are playing you a mind game, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned you before now that are you ready for the mind game? Are you ready when the zoo or the BBC will come into the game? Are you ready when the CNN is going to, you know, push out their propaganda lies? Are you going to be ready, you know, to see, in Al Jazeera and all the left of them, they all these media giants, they will gang up against what we are doing. Are you ready for the mind game? Even when they will call us name, which they have done that. They have played all their cards. Now they are using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to, play your balls to see how you're going to react. And we are telling them, before now, Onyendu have done the job and prepared us before he is back on this journey. We want to let the world that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience and must be released. He has committed no crime. The competent court of Nigerian jurisdiction have, discharged and acquitted him, and the Nigerian government still persists to hold him. Now, why are they doing this? To do this against his followers, to distort the minds and the objective of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that the Biafrans will now start going against, losing their head or somehow begin to grow weary. No. Don't be weary. Don't waver at all. We are getting closer. What the enemy is doing now is the last game. That is what they are playing. All right. Good morning, my brother. So what they are doing now is the last game. Last mind game. That is where they are at this very moment. They are playing it. And that is why you can see the reason why Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, follow my instructors in my absence, the DOS. We are here to guide you emotional at the same time to lead you. We are not here to deceive you. We are not here to give you mere wishful thinking. No. This is the reason why, this time we are in now, this is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already formed this structure and ask you to follow them, follow the leadership, the DOS. They will guide you. So you will not be misled as these criminal guys now are somewhere using the flag, promising you they have, what do they call it? Government in exile, de facto government, all these names, all these names here and there, mushrooms, just to distract you. And in the next 6 months now, nothing. In the next 5 months, nothing. Who are they engaging? Nobody. They will go and take somebody's building. Okay, I'm back. Sorry there. For some reason the connection just left me. All right. So careful and mindful, and make sure that we follow the instruction. It's very, very important. Okay. Now, so what happened in court yesterday? Remember, as I've said, what we are talking about now is Biafra restoration. This is Biafra, a nation we are talking about. What the zoo is playing is their last game. Is their last game. And they want to see whether you yourself are going to hang in there. Mind game is what is called witch hunting or witch hunting. That is exactly what they're doing. So the question is, in the last 3-4 days, you can see pictures, headlines after headlines. IPOB is being paraded in Imo State. One IPOB is being paraded in Imo State. In Ebonyi, police command condemns IPOB sit at home, which we have already issued press release that we never commanded any sit at home apart from 30th of May. We are saying there will be total sit at home across Biafra land, both the coastal region and the upland. Everywhere will be completely, shut down. 30th of May. We have made it clear. We have let the world knows about it. Apart from that, there's no kind of sit at home that is commanded by the leadership of IPOB. But you see the zoo propping up that. You see them, saying they have done this, everything they want to, pin it on IPOB in the last few days. The question is, why are they doing it now? To blackmail IPOB? To get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu feel like there is something that, ill. And my question to them as well is, how can you hold somebody in a confined space and then something will happen? He has his structure and people will government will pay some agents to go and do something stupid, and then you want to pin it on somebody you're holding. Now, one thing I want to thank Chukwu Kabiama is that whatever that is happening now, that's why I said to you that Biafra is here. Whatever that is happening now, if you look at from the time the Onyendu was broadcasting, everything has been blamed on him. Their concocted election they did, and the trap they set for IPOB, as Chukwu Kabiama may have it, Onyendu was, kidnapped and renditioned, and whatever that happened in their useless election can never be attributed to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. That is why you see them running around looking for something they will use to blackmail IPOB, even when Onyendu is in their own custody. We have proven to the world that Nigeria is a corrupt, illegal edifice. That is what we do. That is exactly what we have proven to the world now with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We told them they were doubting us, but we have proven to the world now that Nigeria is a corrupt, illegal edifice established by the British. British, their own calamity will come upon them. British is as evil as they can get. We are saying it without mixing words. By the way, the former British Prime Minister, Harold Wilson, said that he does not care. This is the month we have to remember them. He does not care about 500,000 Biafrans being killed. That it will not change the British policy on Nigeria. This is people who started the hate speech. Do you know, with information, I had somebody in my car the other day. I was discussing with somebody. A British man. A British man a British man said that, do you know what is happening? Why some of the British population are not reacting to the crime of the Britain across the world is that, he said, all their teachings in the school, all their curriculums they don't, even this history they are talking about, the thing that their country did outside Britain, there is not being taught in their school. That an average British man, which Onyendu always says, an average British man is ignorant over the crime of the British, what they did to other people. Can you believe that? And I asked him, what about with the internet? Are they not following, are they not going on the internet and seeing? They said that maybe for some reason, they are not paying attention to that. But all this thing that I'm telling him, he said that the ordinary British man on the street does not know about it. The population of this country, I met with an Irish woman the other day. The population of this country was over 8 million. British shrank them to 3 million. And now they are coming back to about 5 million, closely 5 million. Only recent time. The population of 8 million plus, British slaughtered them, shrink them from 8 million to 3 million, 3-point-something million. Look at the evil. And today, British will be talking about coronation of democracy, human rights violation. This accusing every other people, accusing every other people. Why the crime the British government committed in this world, the number of people these people slaughtered, indigenous people they slaughtered, our own is a case study. Our own is a case study. Over 7.2 million killed by this British. Ireland, nearly 4 million killed, or 5 million. British, all due to the British. This British you're looking at today, talking about human rights, talking about democracy. British High Commissioner is in Abuja, looking at what they are doing, where a country's jurisdiction of competent courts have discharged and acquitted a British citizen. So now, can anybody tell me the work of ambassador in your country? British ambassador. Just okay, he's back. I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know if it's internet or what. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. They said it's a Wi-Fi connectivity. I don't know. It's supposed to be okay. All right, let's continue. Now, without wasting more time, let me just go to the main course why I'm here today. Let me just go straight to the main course. Do you see the Igbo politicians, what they did? What they did is the worst thing any human being can possibly do to their race. The worst. Igbo politicians. I thought that these people are very smart. Igbo politicians. There are some certain things I want to say, but due to there is something that we are watching. There is something that we are watching. The leadership is watching, so I will not say that. So until maybe the appropriate time. There's something that I wanted to say now, but let me just leave it. But you see, Igbo politicians. Igbo politicians. How many times did I call them? Igbo politicians did the worst. Now, what they did, they have destroyed themselves completely. We are leaving them. And what we want the Biafrans to know, that this anger that you're laying much more on the zoo also, and which also will lay anger on the zoo, we should channel more anger on the Igbo politicians, the Biafran youth. What Igbo politicians did is something that is unprecedented. I don't know if there is any adjective to use to qualify this. Igbo politicians. We have talked about the election all the time. I am struggling to know what P2B. I am struggling. This is my own personal opinion. It's not a general. This is I don't know about you. I am struggling to understand the mission of P2B. I am struggling. But we're going to leave some certain things until 29th. Then we will come out full to engage our people more. I am struggling to understand his mission. Why he went to Archbishop of Canterbury, went to the number 10 Downing Street, and the foreign observers came in Nigeria. They also talk about that the election that they did is illegitimate. There's a lot of, unforeseen, abnormal that they saw in the election, and it's not credible. Now, if that is the case, as I have said, why would you choose to be going to the same court that the same government is disobeying? We are not saying that he should go violence, but it's not possible. What the foreign observers themselves have come in the open and also confirmed that the election that they came to supervise, even though that it was planned to use to blackmail IPOB, it did not work according to their plan. Now we are forced to say the truth. Obedience, they are not saying anything. Remember, I see David Umahi. David Umahi came recently, said that he is going to step aside for the what do you call it? Remind me now, what do they call this? The Senate President. He's going to step aside for Senate President, for Akpabio. He stepped aside for Buhari presidency. Now he stepped aside for Akpabio. Now, Wike did not get even the president. He did not get the vice president. He did not get also Senate president. He did not get vice. Now, the so-called Igbo politicians did not get the vice president, did not get the Senate president, did not get the vice president. But these people went and slaughtered the Biafrans for 2023 presidency. They went and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at all costs for 2023 presidency. They went and destroyed our land, giving our land to some Fulanese. Community land. Communal clash in Ebonya every now and then. Remember, one community being slaughtered by what do you call him? This guy, David Omai. Over 20 people were slaughtered in one single community one night. Just for Igbo presidency. P2B came out here. There is no single one of them supported P2B. None of these politicians, Igbo politicians, ever supported P2B. None, not even one. Wike did not support him. Abia State Governor did not support him. Soludo of Anambra State, same state, did not support P2B. David Umahi did not support P2B. Okowa did not support P2B. Ugwani did not support. So, what is this Igbo presidency? Ohanes and themselves did not even support P2B. But they were the one killing Igbo youth, destroying our land, kidnapped the leader of indigenous people of Biafra for Igbo presidency 2023. An Igbo man came out, they did not support him. Igbo politicians, they slaughtered our people to please Fulanese. Fulanese told them, go and kill your people. If you want to prove us that you are trustworthy, that you are serious for this Igbo presidency, go and kill your own people. Kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and prove us that you are true a Nigerianist. They went and did that. As clever as Fulani, as I told them before, that you people don't understand politics. Igbo politicians. This guy that called the Quebec in Imo State, did he support P2B? Even within what P2B did to Biafrans, IPOB somehow laid back, allowed our people to go and support him. That is why I'm still questioning if our brother P2B played a smart game on Ndigbo, which I told our people that even though that P2B, has a very bad record when it comes to our own race, that definitely he's going to win the election, but they will not let him. They will not let him. They kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to bargain. As Fulani told them, go and do this. If you do this and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you slaughter Igbo people, Igbo, if you slaughter them, you and Tambowa, you will be his vice president. You will be president and vice president. Just look at series of that. Wike went and slaughtered our people in Igbo. When I talk Igbo politicians, I'm talking about in general in the whole East. Okowa in Delta State slaughter our men and communities. Zikbazo slaughtered our men in Abia State for Igbo presidency. Slaughtered our people. Beke is busy slaughtering our people for Igbo presidency. Soludo came in yesterday, slaughtered our people. Obi are not slaughtered, and Soludo came, slaughtered our people for Igbo presidency. His brother came out, he didn't support him. Enugu, the same thing. Ugwani, our people were slaughtered under his watch for Igbo presidency. for Igbo presidency. Ebonyi State, David Umahi slaughtered our people for Igbo presidency. Go to Calabar. Our people were massacred in Calabar for Igbo presidency. In Rivers, our people were massacred for Igbo presidency. Fulani played all of them. Now they have become what the Iwanyan called political leopard. Or leopard. I don't know which one he called it. After they have done this for Fulanis, Fulani used them to achieve something in the next 1,000 years they could not do directly themselves. Fulani used these useless politicians, achieve what they could not achieve in the next 1,000 years. And now, dump them on the presidency. This guy, Geoffrey Nyema, was suspended few weeks ago. The so-called Igbo presidents, Igbo politicians, Onegen, they were there, Onegen was removed. Chief Justice Minister. He was removed. Unceremoniously, just like that, he was removed. They didn't see this coming. Ihedioha was removed. They didn't see this thing coming. Now, the reason why we are drawing this attention on this and on this issue is for our people now to look at who is your enemy, is the politicians. Now they have relegated themselves before that race now. Did you see what Fenika Yode said a couple of days ago? That in Tinubu's administration, there will be no Igbo man that will come close to Tinubu's administration. Why wouldn't he say that? Why wouldn't no Igbo politician that will come close to Tinubu's administration? Why wouldn't he say that? Politician with this treachery character? Politicians that did this to their own people. Why would anybody have them close to their administration? And they have reduced, not us, an average Igbo man to a fifth or sixth class citizens. If there is anything like that. A respectable, hard-working Igbo man now is walking on the street of Nigeria now to see who will attack him. Because he may be attacked. Tinubu ababo no chichi. Aga kawa hu na azu. Tubundu aga kababe. Check up hanye. Unu ga hu ketrobiat. The Igbo politician treachery on their own people. Now you are begging for Senate president. And they have given it to someone else. Vice, he did not even get. Nothing. What you did to yourself. The effort Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB went and Abuja, wrestled the power and brought it to our people and give it back to our people. These Igbo politicians did everything humanly possible. This criminal Igbo did everything, wrestled that power that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to Abuja, gave it to our people, wrestled it back and give it to the Fulanis. Slaughtered our people to make sure that they take the power from the people and give it to Fulanis. Today they become worthless before a Fulani man. Worthless before a Yoruba man. The Igbo politicians. Before a Yoruba man. Now putting the life of nearly 70 million at risk in Nigeria now. What Igbo politicians did today, did to their own. The life of Igbo, look at over 7.5 million people now. Their life is just being, put at risk. They were there, Nigerian government went and paid World Terrorist Index to list IPOB among the terrorist in, organization. Indigenous people. They were there. On the internet now, if you go to Google, you see Fulani who were 5%, 1.5% before, now to 6% of the population. They have floated it. In the next couple of years now, it will go to 20%, it will go to 30%. They will balance it. Here with the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and today, the man who gave them the platform in which they are using to campaign, to go for president or vice president, to talk about, to lead the zoo. And I asked them, Koko Shedruno, Nigeji, Igere Nwanegi, Bena Chozika, Ndi Anyegi justice. Or the possible. Look at it. Peter B and his obedient group. Yes, Mazoka, for that is exactly what we are talking about. It's heart-aching. It's very, very heart-aching. What they did to their own people. Now, the zoo know that IPOB is there, established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and these people are credible men. The battle now is between IPOB, Biafra itself, and Nigeria. That is where we are now. Do you know? You know, some of you do not know. Some of you do not know. Some of you don't know. Just 1 second. Some of you don't know. It's really, really sad that these people, they went this bad, this level. So what I'm telling you, that what you're seeing now, is between the case you're saying, between Biafra and Nigerian state. That's why we cannot afford to back down. Onyendu must be freed. And Onyendu trusts his IPOB family. Emotion. I am telling you, don't ever, because here, emotion, push you aside. So you will lose focus. That nigga is in the last few days now, came yesterday. If you look at, I know a lot of things happened to us this week. Yes. Austrian man page that we lost recently also attributed to the whole, emotion. I do understand that. It affects me as well. It affects me. Always open the guy. Amachahamia. But through his post and all his write-up, all this thing, that's how I know Austrian man page. I didn't even know that he was seriously ill. I didn't know that. But this is what we see in this struggle. This is what we see. So we have to remain strong and focused. Because we are getting to the finishing line. The enemy now is throwing, using Mazi court case just to whip sentiment and emotion. And once they succeeded in getting you to feel down, you feel down. I think we have said this before, that I will check. That your once again, I will able to the other person psychological work I know now. Like that's I didn't come out here to show my face just for you to be looking at me. I come here just to to let you know what is on ground. I will check Analo. And we cannot afford to lose focus or to be weighed down by the tantrums the enemy is throwing here and there. They use to make engage the other side. Now, what are the throw confusion all over the place. The Zulu, Gijon do the other side. Play look merciless. And then they have completely now relegated Igbo politicians. Do you see how they operate? Relegated them completely to useless. They have useless those ones. Those ones now become that is what they do to Igbo politicians now. I want everybody to see Igbo politicians as evil as they are. I just want you to look at them as evil as they are. Like I said, the other organization, I don't want to mention them now. That one, one thing I want we Biafrans and IPOB to see, our space is under serious siege. Serious siege. The only last line of defense is IPOB. The only line of defense to our people, to our race, is IPOB. You need to be strong. You need to be consistent. You need to be courageous. You need to remain focused. I am saying this with everything in me. Whatever they do to push you to go against the leadership, don't. Also, watch them. If they want to bring their confusion, use any platform whatsoever to be whipping sentiment, to distract you. If you like, engage them there. All these things you have seen in the last month or 2 months now, Akuna huge ball result. Akuna huge. Hanetianya the other side. Hanetianya the other side. Hanetianya the other side. Ndoka no kwa the other side neti kwanye. Akuna hugo the hot. Do you see now that our race is under sea? All na anye taking time. If we don't take time. If we don't take time and be very smart and clever. I'm talking about the remnant and the population of our people. If we don't take time, the way these people engage us, we will be a history. I want you to look at it from all angles. From Ndoka, from the politics, from pastors, from the politician, from the which other one? How many of them? It is alanye na akuzi eba eji alanye wo eba Ukrainian way now ga on Europe. Eba nyo ukwa na ebe ndi ka abia may engage their own. We need to know that the only thing holding Igbo from complete extinction now is IPOB. And that's why you are seeing this different attack from different organizations and groups. And you'll be asking, what is it? Why IPOB on everything, Hanem? You can see Biafrans IPOB in the Western world here. We engage in every activities. There's never a record that IPOB have committed any crime known to anywhere we find ourselves outside the zoo. We are not protesting in the zoo. We have called protest. We have put suspension on the protest. So what is this thing? When they commit their crime, they will say it's IPOB. Nigerian government is on IPOB. Nigerian police is on IPOB. Nigerian military is on IPOB. Ndoka is on IPOB. They will raise 1 million against IPOB. The politics in against IPOB. Igbo politicians are against IPOB. Ohaneze Ndigbo against IPOB. These people never talk about the inhuman treatment. Look at how dirty, filthy Igbo politicians have relegated themselves to the dustbin of history today. Look at what they did. Look at the wickedness. They did it even this thing. If we don't fight for it and get ourselves out of this, what they did to us is a sacrilege. Igbo politicians, it's a sacrilege. We should see them as evil as they are. What they did to the Igbo race, these Igbo politicians, from governor to any position they have in Igbo politics, these people, what they did is unforgivable. I am telling you. Look at their position in Nigeria today. Even the Boko Haram Fulanis that are killing, their own people protected them. Hold the identity. Where is Okwadike? Who said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we should leave here and go to where is Okwadike today? Where are they? Where is him and his presidency? A whole former governor that served the zoo went to Abuja court. They couldn't let him inside the court because he sold himself for a pot of soup. Where is Okwadike today? They could do a former governor that served in the zoo went to court. They could not allow him. They sacked him outside. Tell me which other humiliation that is greater than this? Our politicians, what they did to themselves. You see why we must do everything to protect IPOB. It doesn't matter your belief. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your belief. Because that thing you believe you cannot even fight for you. Are they? That your personal belief you're holding cannot even look at the life of our people now. No. Look at what they did. They reduced the value of an Igbo man to a dustbin. The Bahana could date politics. Common one single position. Nothing. But how about Nnamdi Kanu to leave what he's doing? They told him, leave what he's doing. He did this. Leave this thing in him. Leave people insult. Them mad. And look at them now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, for me to put a hold to what I'm doing, only you know what from Abuja. Only you know what. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spend all these years fighting in Abuja. Nana ikikeni leno na Abuja. Nata ke belong to Igbo race and IPOB. Nata he wrestled. We paid the price. We went to Abuja. Our people were going to Abuja court. Fighting the power that be. And now ikikeni le nata we try our people. That's why I'm still wondering P2B's mission. Now I want to headline them here. Let me see what I will find is. I want to headline them here about what P2B said. And let me see if I can find that. You know, the Yoruba people knows how. I told you 2019 when I was doing the analysis of the zoo election. That in all politics now is between the Yorubas and the Fulanis. Now the politics. Now some of you who watched me 2019 before the election 2019, I was coming almost on a weekly basis, addressing the issue of the politics. that ndị ebe anyị amaghị na ọwụ ndị mụtara ya ha eche na m na-akọ iri that time na anyị amaghị ha anyị na-eme. Where is nna ya nwodo? Now if you look at the traitors, count them. Where is nna ya nwodo? Ole ha ga-abịa agwụ na echi now. Tell me one thing an Igbo politician will come and tell you tomorrow. They even told us, forget we be a church. If you don't go and collect PVC, don't come to my church. That tells you how bad. Don't come to you get a NATO reading so that church. This is how we were sieged. In every ramification, we were sieged. We must, the ordinary Igbo youth and Biafrans, we must see that these politicians this time around, all Nigeria, all Igbo politicians, and they are called Reverend Fathers and Pastors. All person when they be one you can president now. Yeah, kind good, my sister. You know. That is everywhere you say now. Everybody got channel like anger and protect Onyendu. Oh, see one at these people this time. Na libo. Because what these people did is unforgivable. Look at how they are killing Igbo youth. How they are killing Igbo man in Lagos. Who only in America so here such a tenetry, not Igbo politicians and their pastors. Who put us into this man for watching get your hair no mark one year no mere bye come get your hammer no nearly. I'll be a quarter on your quarter full and up on a but I say, oh, I'm your fool. Now, in the matter Russia Kubonibo. A man causing for himself. Akuboye Korea bottle. So far, more than 3 people have been killed in Lagos this week. Igbo men. All the same scenario. Please, if you want to call in, I would like you to call in, please. If you want to join me on this. Why I am here is to encourage you. What I caught yesterday is something that we know it will happen. And we are equal to the tax. Actually, even if I try me cool something, I try me review some certain things because I got premature. We need to remain strong. Now between Nigerian state and Biafra, that is where we are now. And only negotiate here once in Nnamdi Kanu. What happened now? Chukwa Biama and go on here was our. Go happy with really. All these politicians who come and fool you again, then was hash and engage. Hey, useless go on now. Hey, useless go on. Hey, useless go on. That now these people will never, ever mean well to you. And when you have a betting less vote, or when you also have a betting like Coragana, yes, is can I try quale? It's only IPOB, the last man standing. The zoo don't even talk about them again. Do you see that? Do they talk about them? Now IPOB will see the main topic now. They are completely useless. They can't say anything. Ndi Fulani and some, will I say, Yorubas have Achikotagodi Honona was a heap in a dustbin of his. All IPOB can face it now. And we need to know the value of what we are doing. All na anya hụ picture of ihe dị ọha ebogara na ugwu Hausa ga-egbe ikpere n'ala. Dewa ka otu na-arịọ ndị ọma yala. All na anya the picture out. Ọkwa ha nwasị ya bịa. After he removed it, ha si ya ngwa bịa, ị ga-meet our elders, ị ga-meet our elders. And these people, He can meet our elders. He can meet our elders. Bia now, let's discuss it. You want to be the governor. You want to take the governor back. Now come and meet the elders. You hear your have I say, well, if you're going to, these are the elders now, you cannot stand up and talk to them. You can't sit down and talk to them. So you need to lie down flat. You need to kneel down and talk to, these are elders, well-respectable elders in our community. You need to kneel down and beg. You hear you have one them, equal and allow the water. Uraka the water. Mwachineke. Eberugu at the 8 days. Aga gelero nyine behugu bi ikpere na ala de wakota about your policies. Can recognize Mwafibo. There is something I have come to a conclusion with these Igbo politicians 100%. Funukayede is now boasting that the Northerners and Yorubas are allies. Gente, my sister, Karagod, let me just say something here. You made a very valid point here, but let me just say something that you need to understand. These people, these Igbo politicians, ndị amere ihe na-eshi ushi. Everybody know here should take the anger on Igbo politicians. Both from governor to, this is where we're supposed to focus now. This thing you're saying now, Karagol, this thing in Eku now. Here we have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu take years, build our alliance. Now let me make this open confession. Okay, let me make this open confession here. I meet the Yoruba here. Meet here not here. For over 30 years I've been traveling now. Meet where remember my first attempt to leave Lagos. The first attempt in to leave Lagos. Onye posere mi awu. Nwokana Lawrence happens to be immigration officer na Lagos. A Yoruba man came to me and said, "Like when you give document Japo, visa na tram visa Japo, the Germany. Germany come ne another the visa. Luton Airport, Lagos, Molitala had the first attempt in me. It happened that na only she in that department won Loris from Umuahia. Loris from Umuahia. GG my boarding pass, GG my ticket, GG my, as a young man, that boldness of talking and speak as of 1995-96. Check how many years old. There na camera how far? I'm 1996 now. How many years ago? This is why age madon. So it's my first time approaching airport. Coming close to the airplane. Another visa. Which my brother helped me to do. Luton Airport. Oh, Loris from Umwai. Ndi Yoruba niile comply. Now, everything I'm mature. Everything always more. Nyem boarding pass and come cross so. Gaga big airplane. Eke la in. Mukumade with my boarding pass with a passport to Jawa. I bomb the handsome lepe. Na ka happy de chili na mi hosin di Yoruba so kwam di Yoruba. Na the man who won ye ji here na won shi ha. Here will know okwa na Igbo man from Umuahia. Na here how Lawrence. Mbe meet is the man where say you won wa fibu. Why are you stressing me with my document? I want to hear won so. Oh, let her won so. You cannot give me my documents can give board. I say my question na me half one na me hole po ga pata ego lota. They go so one. This man no go play him until that plane him Biafra for him. Emma never need ticket again. Emma what it takes. I couldn't have money. I couldn't afford money. A come Jesus here was the next. Emma here check it out as of that is somebody to raise money to buy a ticket. Lose the pot. Do you get me? Onye Umuahia, an Igbo man, stopped me from a fly that time. It took me another almost 10 years before I made another attempt. Or I think 4 or 5 years later. Because they read everything. Now, the Yoruba need comply to support me. Make everything. Because an Igbo man wear my boarding pass and ticket and passport. Go hang here somewhere until that plane fall. Now, let me tell them the Yoruba here. Some of them didn't encounter with. Every Yoruba man encounter with it. They are very nice. How about when I condemn some of they are very nice. Now, why am I saying this? To say something Nwada Karagod is saying here. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu work all these years, build one alliance with the man. Both in broadcast, everything, we are working well. We protest together. Everything we are working well. Look at where these so-called Igbo politicians, what they did now. Yes, my sister. That is the mess. That is the mess the Igbo politicians put that is the anger now. That we should take this anger to these criminal politicians across Igbo land. So don't come here and show sentiment of a court. For anyone we should take the anger to these our people. These Igbo politicians and Ohanes and Igbo. Or how Agraga with their own money. About he dirty politics to gather Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a hand to Fulanese. Fulani player. That man in the Kuruha. IPOB movement across Igbo land. Ghana Obibo, Buomu Gogo. Ghana Igwocha, Buomu Gogo. Ghana Cross River, Buondi Igbo, IPOB and Igbo Gogo. This guy, Nyawodo, Eshina Igbo. Gawa to Mwike Wukwa Mwafi Igbo say ya na him rehod him Mwike ka ha ga-eso for killing Igbo youth in thousands. Igbo youth body ha ka teacher na Imo River iku mmiri ya na. The same thing Peter Obi mere ilere ụmụaka Igbo Obasanjo agwa say you won't send the other army na ha ga-egbu your people. They will go over the board. I will not like to say, Peter Obi, bring the army for me, I need them. A army, Kota, Nnamdi State, a little mark Biafran youth, Buototo, Peter Obi will over 100 of them, Gaga Donyen is Zoo River. Miriam Kunano. People get Kuanwa, I make Kumunani, and made the river. Now. Igbo politicians. Igbo politicians. So, many here for the interest of the zoo to please Fulanis. Okay, Zipazo. Anu katamia mandote, he declare your panton dance. On Nnamdi Kanu. To please Fulani. I be no longer Nnamdi Kanu to assassinate Nnamdi Kanu. In the process, he moved over 28 men. Now, in Abia State, closely 700 people were slaughtered over that python dance. Including addition of Kebrunebe Onyendu. In the process, Onyendu lost his parents. Igbo politicians. Now, all these things in all these things, 2019 election, nothing. 2023 Igbo presidency. They could not even come together and support onye Igbo wani potrani since they are talking Igbo presidency. Now David Umahi 2 weeks ago, a week ago, oh blue abracadabra, I'm a premeport, can't confuse the Kunu Mawundi Igbo. Eje distract you. And Yana I got for Senate President on your one will only issue Babu all of a sudden now he withdraws here. Now Igbo President on water, Senate President on water, Vice Senate on water, Vice President on water. Now the little Ali Igbo destroy here. Commit a sacrilege. So quality with blood of our people. Tell me one northern governor who commanded army to come and kill his own people in their state. Tell me one northern governor. Tell me one governor upon this rampaging of Fulanis and herdsmen and Boko Haram in their state. Rampaging. Tell me one governor that have invited their army to come and kill their own people. Tell me in Yoruba land. Tell me in one state in Yoruba land. Tell me one state in Yoruba land that their governor is busy killing their youth. Tell me one. Now. Why would why wouldn't he say what he said? Tell me who want to have anything to do with Igbo politicians. Somebody is saying to bring him in. Let me see. Tell me who want to have anything to do with Igbo politician. You see, this is what we're saying. Please, if you want to come in, just call in, please. There's a phone number there. It's a WhatsApp number, and it's my regular line. Please, if you want to call in, call in. I have another. Please, I've gone over 1 hour here. I have another. Let me say, give another 20 minutes to go on this. This is why somebody said that I should add him in. I'm adding him. You have to accept. You know, this is why we are saying what we are saying here. That this IPOB now is the last line of defense. IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And all here kind of court now battle now. They want to win sentiment. They want you to feel demoralized. They want you to lay back. They want you to forget. Let's get every time court every time I be in as much as we Onyendu. We want him to be freed. We are calling for his release. But now, Onyendu chokwi jukwa ke yapota. Onyendu na ki prove he can compromise no matter what. Niaga compromise this Biafra restoration. Ni onelu na anya. And here again they mean push ke yamra munu wanu unu ga bokolo. That is what the enemy is pushing. Kamara munu ga bokolo. Onyendu anokwan ke yamra munu wanu unu ga happy. Nelsi again disappoint. And that is why I am here today, to encourage you. You don't need to phone call on your campaign, the phone call campaign, everybody must continue to call. It doesn't matter how many times you call. Our phone call campaign should continue even with aggressiveness this time around. Twitter. Our Twitter, everybody. That is exactly what we are here for. Because soon to be a work at Hojolu no, I like what we want to tell them is holding in Nnamdi Kanu is not going to deter us. We mean business. We are not going to give an inch. We are not going to back down. Our ESN are still operating in the bushes, clearing the terrorists in our land, who is invading our space. This is what we commitment. This is what we are talking about. This is what we are talking about. Our ESN operators are out there, operating in the bushes, making sure that our people farm very as normal, making sure that our women, our mothers are not raped. Before the ESN, the raping of our mothers and our women were just, it's unbelievable. Every day here we were seeing, you remember the young girl who was mutilated? Her legs, her body parts were thrown into the farm. Imagine an old woman coming to farm and see the leg of a woman, a girl in the farm. Imagine the trauma. They were doing it with impunity. Today, that issue of an rep anymore. How many of you have you had in the last couple of days or months or years now? IPOB is the last line of defense. What is coming to us, the attack, that is how it's supposed to be. And you have to remain strong. You have to. And know what you want. You don't just go there. You know as you want you can say again you couldn't Biafra in 21 days. Una brabache. You whoever na go easy the other una brabache. Uno get until no June, una cabinet disturb that place. If you're not listening to Radio Biafra, you're finished. Ezekunie, la here, he answered. Look at the name, he asked Ezekunie. Ezekunie. He came on Radio Biafra and give us a history that you never had. Who got the reason? British, their own history, against their own citizens, not to know what they did to indigenous people in other countries. They hide it from the population. Also in Nigeria, they hide, if you buy their signature, they come in Nigeria, they ban the history. They ban the history. So that you will never know what has happened to you in the past, and you'll be rolling. We must remain strong and focused. Our phone call campaign should be even more now. The leadership is on top of this game. I am Akeisha Akwe, and the zoo knows that we know I am Akeisha Akwe. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu holds the key. The key. The Igbo politicians have done their worst. Everything politics in life, everything no nakama I confine in one person. Then the Wakota here will get to near. Now their politics nearly any legend here called a KJ and I can Nnamdi Kanu. How I know Helus go out now? Do you see it? Helus go out. Look at the Fenikayode. Fenikayode is not addressing to you and I. He's addressing the treacherous Igbo politicians. Treacherous, wicked Igbo politicians and their pastors they are using. Do you see it now? Because of that, an Igbo man will be walking on the street, they will be attacking him. Anywhere they say an Igbo man, they will be attacking him. Even if you're in Lagos of all people. Because of what your politicians and your pastors did. Now, the same, when I tell you that all these mega pastors, they are former Muslims, when I tell you that all these Yoruba mega pastors, they are former Muslims, all of them are instituted to control the people for their own advantage. But you know, now. This is how we have been talking about this until we get where we are, and it has helped to guide us, to open the eyes of our people, to understand what surrounds us. But all of a sudden, some idiot I know somewhere in America, they distract you. Now they have used them. You see how their pastors now have been used in their own advantage. Do you see what do you people? I'm going to do other than here say, forget that, please put emotional back. Can you party no can one say ole be here and ole bush? No say I hate the other side, the other organization. Ndị mara ka use here na use here na. Ka ihe anyị nwanne nwanyị na-eketa. Come go see anyone on wine before my Gapani. Come go see here we are getting. The only thing I neketa. Let me show you what we only get. Let me see where I find. I thought that I have this here. Let me show you what we the only thing I neketa. Let me show you the only thing I neketa. Those only use their own very well. Judicially, they use it very well. But let me show you the only thing I neketa. I'm sorry, I have to show you this. Please don't be offended. Don't be emotional, please. I want to show you the only thing I neketa na this thing. Okay, let me answer this call first, please. Let me answer this call. Yes.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, my sister. And there
Mazi, Marian Hyder calling from the United States.
Oh, thank you very much. You find me here today. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on track. I have to pull my vehicle to come. I just needed to stop because what you're treating, even though I just, with all protocols observed, please, with all due respect. Yeah, I'm on transit, so I just saw what you're doing because I have in my mind since yesterday. I believe, even though I didn't start on time, I just bumped into you, but the little I had, I think what I have in my mind, I wanted to express my pivot into what you're saying. So basically, again, good morning to everyone. Good morning, Mazi. With all due respect to the leadership from Madika 1, DOS, all through every one of us. Quickly, what I wanted to bring in, which I processed heavily yesterday, one was regard to the outing we had yesterday. I want us to know that if we really want to think about it critically, there's a lot of logistics. From my perspective, I'm thinking Madika is going to come out whether they like it or they know.
Sure, they know. Of course, yeah.
But I think this is my own process, what I processed yesterday. What they're playing is, let's pay attention to what they just, Mazi Ozokal is complaining. Now, who is Fabio? I believe is the person or Tinubu is picking up to be the Senate president. He's from Cross River State.
Yes.
Cross River, I believe that, yes. So he has, what they're playing, Mazi, is a high-profile political chase. That's what they're playing. You have to sit down and understand what they're doing. So now, picking that man has a political seriousness from their perspective, the way they're analyzing themselves. So, because what they want to do is to isolate the evil politically. So, giving this man that position, you know how gullible our people are. Oh, now he's our own. I'm talking about people from Cross River. That's how they're going to read it. He's our own person. So now, just what they have done with the Yorubas, creating this confusion between the Yorubas and us. I'm not saying that the Yorubas are not corporate because they're not children, even though it's not all of them. But, you know, these ones that are saying you must breathe. So they have succeeded in putting that, inciting that confusion between us, which is why I'm praying, I'm believing that the Yorubas, the majority of them will be wise enough to understand what is happening because this was exactly the game they played in Sudan.
Yeah.
Forget everything from that. That's what they did in Sudan that created the stress in Sudan that they fought for 30-something years. You know, finally they split the South Sudan. The Fulanis, the same tribe, they walked in there and did what they're trying to do in Nigeria. So now you have a Fabio. My analysis I did in my head yesterday is telling me that they're going to pick another person from our coastal region brothers from the river
somehow to be his deputy.
Yeah, to give him a serious post, okay? To finally to allow these people or give them the threshold to begin to see us as not one of them and help in this total marginalization. Now, is it going to be painful for somebody like me? Yes. But I see it again as at the long run, if we play our own cards very well, which I believe DOS and smart, they have smart, intelligent individuals there to be able to critically analyze this thing. At the end, tell is going to help us, because you cannot continue to isolate us and telling us to go. And at the same time, you cannot let us go. You cannot eat your cake and have it. That's why I said that the fullness of time is going to play to our own advantage. But I believe that from my own analysis, that the game they're playing to isolate us, frustrate us, so that just like Buhari said, we are just a dot in a circle. All he has to do is to round us up. Militarily, they have tried, but they know they cannot go to that full-scale annihilation or extermination of us. So they want to do it in a soft way, making us to be, making our neighbors to be in disagreement with us or to see us as not one of them. And these are our brothers and sisters. That's what my head is telling me yesterday as I was processing the whole thing. Now, coming to why they pushed it into September, we must understand, I'm saying what they did is good or not, but I'm analyzing it objectively. This is my own analysis. We must look at it from this point of view. That's how I looked at it, that now you have a government that is supposed to be in transition. That's where the Nigerian government is. A new government is coming in, and another government is about to exist. So now, if you are on their side and you are into the Council of Security, what will you think? What will you do? This is not going to be the best time to release somebody like Ohamadike, whom they have seen and who is a lightning rod for many of us, if not all of us. So now the game they're playing there is to do what? Totally hand over. Make sure that all security measures are put in place. Because if Ohamadike is released today, whether it is out of joy or whatever, there's going to be a lot of excitement. Okay, I'm going to use the word excitement. It's ambiguous as I use it today. There's going to be a lot of excitement. They don't want that. Okay, from their perspective, it's going to disrupt the transition. So they want to have a total grip. And we must understand that the foreign powers are still advising them what they're doing. So they want a situation where they'll be in control, so that whatever happens, they'll be able to contain the population. That's what I'm thinking. So now, that's why they're keeping Mazi till September. Hopefully, if from their thinking, they'll be able to have a total grip on their so-called transition. Is Mazi coming out? I know Ohamadike is coming out. He has not committed any crime against the law. So they know. So I believe that's what they're playing. I'm not saying what they're doing is good, but I'm looking at it from people on the other side. What advice am I going to give them? That's what I will give them, because now, somebody like, let me talk about our so-called elite, Uzokalo, Omahi, and all of them that slaughter their children because their target have been our youth, our male youth, who are the engine, the life force of a society. That's what they have been exterminating. These are bad that was given, that now been passed. It's obvious that Tinubu wants to, from what Ojo Zakalu said, he's going to be the president of the Senate. He did not kill any of his people. He did not invite any military there. In fact, yet they're giving him the position. And then learn. My
sister, just hold on there. Even this Akpabio now, Akpabio is the first governor that built a memorial this thing for May 30th in the Bulunaga. Is the first governor that did it in the East after our May 30th.
Yes. And he was caught in controversy not too long ago. But the argument that he never invited the military to his place. He never encouraged his people, his children to be killed. Yes, they gave him the position without this. Our people should know that when you're killing those who will say, okay, these people that Obai is calling, Zakalo is coming now, saying these Jews. So these Jews, are they the ones that he forgot the video he made? They captured him where he was saying they were going to invite the military to shoot everyone aside. Are they the ones he wants to come and defend him now or not? I'm trying to understand. People, do they have amnesia? What is it that is going on with them? You don't have, no matter what you do for somebody who doesn't like you, they can never like you. That's the psychology. If somebody doesn't like you, they'll find every reason to discredit you. So you don't have to, pivot to them or try to please them, because at the fullness of time, in fact, they will look at you as being desperate. And when they think you're desperate, they will make sure they deny you that thing. That's what is happening to them. So now they have gotten nothing, not even the Senate as vice president. They're not going to get it. Okay? So whether they will learn or not, because what they must understand understand from P2B to all of them that even though they continue to play the card of one Nigeria like they are not a part of what we are doing, that is the agitation of restoring Biafra. They are their enemies, which is our enemies, the Fulanis, all the gang of, they do not believe them. Because one, if you can betray your own people, if you can bring the future of your society to the chopping board and they are slaughtered, how am I going to trust you that you will not betray me tomorrow? What do I mean in that case? They have a deep inherent belief that if you put any evil man there, no matter what he promises you, that at the end of the day, he's going to work for Biafra agitation. That is another reason why they're not going to give them any key position, because they believe that if they give it to them and Mazi or Hamadike, which they know they cannot hold him forever, comes out that if an evil man is in key position, that they can still work together for the actualization of Biafra. What they don't understand is that whether that happens or not, Biafra has come and it must come to stay in a generation. These are one of the few things I wanted to bring out. You know, I've been processing this in my head yesterday. I just couldn't contain myself. I said, if I give me opportunity, I'm going to express my thought process as they continue to unfold. But thank you, Mazi, for giving me the opportunity. I had a whole lot about it. I'm in transition. You know, I'm driving. I'm coming back from work. So I'm going to leave it here, but I appreciate what you're doing because we must forge ahead. This is not a setback in any way, shape, or form. No. It's not, from my part, it's not a setback. No. It is, in fact, launching on to our game plan at the end of the day. That's the way I look at it now. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity. And God bless and have a wonderful day, Mazi.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you. This is Mariam T. Heather speaking to us from her own location. I really appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much, my sister, and keep on the good work. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you. Exactly. That is exactly what we are talking about. The Akpabio they are appointing now. Akpabio was the very first person that built remembrance of this thing. What do you call it? For the fallen heroes. When we early started this movement, Akpabio, when he was the governor, he built a memorial headstone where he listed the number of also those who could remember of the names of Biafran soldiers who and who fought in the Biafran war, and he built a headstone for them. But did that stop these people appointed? Because they know that he never killed his people. And now, like our sister is saying now, what they will do now to build somebody else from the coast. And the job will be Ndika who's in that na akuzi the Igbo politicians knockout. Now Igbo politicians now will become like now, like I said, before our sister called in, I was saying that my personal encounter, I have to be honest, my personal encounter with an ordinary Yoruba person, go to here. I have been traveling. I am telling you, when I say that I have traveled. I have traveled. I have traveled. Look at the time I told you I made the first attempt. Now, the ordinary Yoruba man that I've met here is good. I haven't seen anything. And this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also saw and engage them and bring them closer. And this alliance was established. Even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you about his relationship with TB Joshua. That is his friend. But let Igbo politicians ihe niile Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB spent the years to establish. In location be Sawa the 10th. Now, Fenika Yoda Pataziana na akuzi Hambaja. No Igbo politician. No, not even one will come to Albania Bego. And I get mende Banyewa. I get me have political talks to Nubu. I get him powers again. He got here government he get me in the Bayan Lagos. Because I am my politics. Even their pastors. These are instruments. Instruments put in place now. Their pastors. Now go no ndika we ndika anya bira wo mmegbu eji ndika ebe anyị na destroy our land. No feel na anyị kwu okwu na ekwupo ọnụ. It's not. Forget about emotion. It was somebody, an idiot that came in later on, but less than 2020. Only do make mention of it. Do you know that idiot in America? Uchemefo suspended him. Uchemefo deputy. Do you know that idiot, that buffoon in America? Say as I daughter. Do you know that Uchemefo suspended him? How he came back? Did you not see the testimony? This guy in Paul Achebe. Did you not hear it? Here for emotion. And when fight here the future of my children. And we cannot continue living a life like this. We can't. We can't. We can't. How come man I believing? No matter what take us man today, he's a hero now. He died as a hero. Osram man died as a hero. No matter how he sees it. I don't think no one man before now. Have you not seen the outpouring because of his selfless service in IPOB? George Obios someone yesterday. I called Obios someone Henny Loman and Henny Lapon one and a half. The same thing as the women. I can't have a chalana. Or Babiaseka. All of them. If I look at them. I can't have a chala hapraniana. George Obios opportunity to already deliver. Already may help us here. Look at him. Makwanea had time. But to deliver his children, to build a stepping ladder for this case, he didn't do it. Yeah, now, and the suffering continues. Another idiot, they know the traitors. They will put always their own. Those who, to be honest, I may believe, you see all these governors, I'm believing 100%, from Salute all of them to up all of them, I'm believing 100% that these people are not 100% blood Igbo people. They are about blood, tight blood, 100, they are not. Because 100% of that blood is in your hands. Watch out, go and check. Then go and check. Now, the Yoruba pastors, you remember, Kumuyi, couple of years ago, before Tinubu, this guy, what's his name? This guy, Buhari Batra. Kumuyi was the very first person that gave prophecy that Buhari will fix Nigeria. The second time, 10 years, for the to continue ruling with a mask. Again, as a fellow Muslim. Now, Jaga help Italian organization with Patia. Konye Buru Damumana, Adeboye Bugamuma. Natnubu, I use a fix in Nigeria. Basically, all his crowd now, all his followers now, all channel go, how what are going down? In Agachochi Adeboye now, is Roga, that did you a Kugoku that God told him. Now, lay our own pastors. I want you to look at here, pastors Kani. Our own platform. Use Zonelu make campaign to vote for them. Low to have rally around. But in Bopito, this over here now, how many pastors can you support? Mpako kore question no na here make campaign. Akwa have like criticize there. Now, let pastors can now the pastor can do Yoruba. So the whole crowd now have accepted that Buhari is legitimate. Tinubu is legitimate. Despite shenanigans to the Western world, foreign observers say that the election was rigged. Till today, America send the congratulations message. Till today. Now, our own pastors lay hammer our own. Just look at. I just want to show you. All we have that is what I want to sign you. I am but I'm going to go to we have one. Just look at this. I have a pastor. One husband, you know. I'm going to say, no, I'm going to go. I'm going to say, I'm a channel. I'm a channel. Look at.
In the comment section. And the baby will begin to move now. The baby will begin to move. You see, son, how my moves here.
A pregnant woman.
The baby will begin to move and position her.
Igbo pastors.
Baby, position yourself. Move. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Check it up. Check it up. Pata, pata. Look at the baby moving. Oh yeah, position is baby now. Position is baby. Jesus. I lose. You don't know you can lose. If you can lose by yourself, you can go to time baby. You can look at where I'm a oh yeah, if you know anywhere you can, so as you know the amount of operation, look at where you can. You see, they are losing it. They are losing it. Lose whatever you have. That is what I know. I will connect you that you will lose. Lose everything. Lose. In the name of Jesus, she will deliver this word. We will celebrate here. There will be making an operation. If you know where you are, if you know where you are, lose. Oh, they don't know the operation. They don't know the area. You see the way they love movement, they will not be a local government. This one I'm giving birth with the operation 2 times. So they want this one to go with operation again, but I refuse. I am the servant of the Most High God. Or you are going to be local government and lose what you have. Lose now. Remove the cross. Go to the local government. Lose it. Where? Look at you. Run. Lose. Whether you want in a private bank, I want you. Come and let you lose the right. That she will not give birth to you as a woman. I just don't it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. I should not touch it. I give you more fire. Oh yeah, go to that place. Unlock it now.
Do you see it? This is our wife, our mother. A pregnant woman that's supposed to be looked after in the hospital. I want some certain things in natural. I have a lot of things in revealed, but I'm check. There's time we are waiting. I'm waiting, and there is time I'm waiting. I will release those information. I don't want to go because no me kotrani. Don't think that no about you. And that is what kept us today. About me. Ihe merem. Look at a heavily pregnant woman, our mother, our wife, our daughter. If such a thing, I want here in Europe here or in a Western world, this pastor will gang work. I got their life imprisonment, never to see this sky again. Lebendi Yoruba Nando also use their own imam and their own pastors near deliver. Now daughter and have a better future. Now, Leben Kanye, look at what they are doing to our own psyche, destroying us. Do you see it? Under siege. Do you see it? A very heavily pregnant woman. Only came in last year. A man who Munye Biano Munye Dime Mudimo Namu. There no love say the old love say that Nama the guy who's a teenage Lion who work hard. Yes, and while waiting in one mania, go Lebania, Tigo in drip. Tiny drip. Kiagage with ego. Nego me ye go Jimoto Potamuni, but turn on emergency. More go do they take the woman in. Now take the woman in. No, the all in a serious contraction. No, take has no okay with Munye Nime Mutasi Buko Moko Madiko first child here. But one Gage Najimeko, let me go home. All emergency. I'm gonna back again with them. Haju. Munye this guy anonymous the motor. Ni munye this woman anonymous the motor. What there? This guy abara Makoja. This guy abara munye. How many na libo? You see what we're saying? I couldn't say me chon. I want hear the game. This thing you watching now. What the game? I want you to come back and watch it again. I hear watching now. What the game? Munye mad, a heavily pregnant woman. Okay, pastor kuko idre, with money and olive oil now way and half. Nearly the woman on the ground. While the other Yoruba and the pastors and they also, use work for political bargaining. They can make cage mentally. Unu sanya kun. Apo ya. Okay, me camera just release. Okay, camera just keche unu say mechon. What we are fighting the organization itself. What we are fighting is ignorance and the damage on our cause. Are you proud of this now? On the internet, the whole world is watching you as Onishoji. The whole world is watching you displaying this nonsense. While Ibia here, even doctor misinformation about the pregnancy of a woman here, that doctor will lose the license again. Talk less of when you have a doctor, you have a physician. You don't want you be maybe one at church. The heavily pregnant. Look at it. You may have no anything less than closing 9 months. The first child, according to her, here, the first child here, name the operation. Na Kenya, our pastor, ne ajuraju, so no ga operation. No gamu. You did the woman. I couldn't saw them. Nine years. Label Yoruba pastor will say that now Tinubu, God will use him. So all the millions of followers now have had that, and they have relaxed their mind that the Jew are not from Chineke now, not from their God. While Ndike Banye so say Mpaka say that now anything happen. Mobilize our own, mobilize our own, use way to our own advantage. All high now. Use way to our own. We have the population. Use way to our own advantage to better the life of our people. Mwani adime. I don't like surprise no organ at this church. Magano kula the news. Obasa hande of a man, Obasa hande fulani. Go no muno to no jicho. Any go ndi pastor, ego nyendi bishop, ego nye kana wapo mbe hana tu mbe Buhari mo here. The fake man FT in Abuja. Every time ye me hancha invite in Abuja. Vin Ghana must go back to continue their deception to the east. While when in the Yoruba can have visit in a grand style, how they use their own advantage. All the whole Yoruba heavy pastors and former Muslims are now geared into now. Now God appointed is the one that gives power to Jagaban. Now our own Igbo politicians now are running wasa. Our own reverend fathers and pastors are running wasa. The pastor and the reverend on the youth. Now, but none of them have one day used their platform and preach. and say that stop killing the youth. Rather than engaging the youth, engage them. Ask them what they want. Look at their problem. Develop a great job for them. In the past, how a miracle, how an annual. Mgbe ị gara chọọchị taa gaa church echi mgbe nwanne echi gaa the other day gaa o nweghị ihe na ahụ life wa anaghị improve. Agwa get ban into criminality now. You have to get something. Ma ọ bụrụ na ihe ikpe ọ naghị work, ị ga na-achọ n'ihe ị ga-eme to survive na. Ọ ga-ebanye ezi oshi. Ndị politicians abịakwa bịagara ọgbagbo. The two organizations nọ n'ọrụ. Eki anya ụjọ n'ahụ. Now they have the Igbo race now. They have left court all now from the coastal region. We're not taking politics now. Here our sister, this thing on now. We're not taking court wire now. We're not taking many. We're not taking nagaji. Let go isolate now. Now, Hannes and Dibo, and him was allow here. You want to put the microphone. You motivational speaker. You kucha ya. Now, Ahumanya continue. Seaport you will not get. Road you will not get. Hospital you will not get. You forget. The only last line of defense is IPOB. And that's why we must guide this. Anybody seen as a threat, should be treated as a threat to this what we are doing. Anyhow we perceive you. That's why I don't have friends here. I don't have a close friend in IPOB. Go and ask. Even though, but I have no close friend here. Once you go contrary to what we are doing, I strike you straight away. Because a lot of comrades have died in this. We are not here for showmanship. We are not here for who will speak better English and who will write better, who will accuse more, who will blackmail much better than the other one into submission. That's why I don't entertain it. Once I see you, even here, I strike you straight away. I don't, because 10 years we've been in this. Look at our life. Look at Igbo. Look at what these politicians did to us and their pastors. Look at what they did. Look at what they did now. Our alliance, I don't know what in the open man. Look at rotation back higher now. The Fulani Urezi, I take that position. Here, Honey, don't know. Urezi and how much is there with indicate. Do you see how they did it? Do you see? Do you see how the you go for cash in wire now? Igbo politicians now become, how are we political jobbers? Please, if you want to call in, I have another 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I'm done. If you want to call in, the number is there, please. It's a WhatsApp number if you want to call in. That is how they have become a political jobbers. Hopeless. What we are telling you here is gospel. Now, the only half you na hajiji Fulani ama na Fulani him at the game. But I'm not the kind of Michigodi on the call happy dinner review here in plan anya. Ndị Igbo say, yeah, but Igbo politicians yes, okay, as in okay, maybe no 2023. Mazi Nnamdi can agwalo that nature to go Jagaban to be the president of Nigeria came 15 years ago, came 2015. Namagi, they are in politics. They told you they know it all, but they don't know Nnamdi Kanu about the 2023, 2015. How many years? 8 years ago. 8 years ago. 8. He told them, this is what is going to happen. And what did he know? What did he know? He's spoiling us. He's spoiling our business. They spend money. Ifeanyi brought his private jet. He admitted he brought the private jet. Igbo politicians. Just look at it. Now bloody these people. Do you see the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just say DNA test? DNA test to ascertain those who are core bloody Igbo men. Look at them, what they did, and look at how they mess everything themselves. Politically now, nothing irrelevant. Politically irrelevant. And like this. Nothing. And now they have come to attack IPOB, blackmail IPOB, and you want to fall for it. Well, no, we are not backing down. Onyendu must be released. Onyendu must be released. You know what we are talking about now? At least all the Gonya, even though Biafra actually, these people, you can't trust them. That is why we have been touching everything, every aspect of our life, everything that affects our life. We are touching them now. So happy way to let Biafra Bia. Iji stop and you another thing. I ain't got work here. British and the Vatican. In my head, band or history. Because when you know I am telling you, all of you will run away from that organization. All head band there. You give me the band or history. And you across the zoo. All these ones, go and listen to Radio Biafra and get educated, get informed. Go and listen to Radio Biafra. People now, they are wondering what do they listen to? We want action. Master, what do you know? What do you know you want action? Here stage now. All nine work here, stage now. Imago get destroyed in Alibo to get where we are. That the world is talking about us. All нас work here. But we have achieved all these things without firing it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have decimated the zoo without firing a single shot. IPOB, only director an IPOB member. Anywhere you see, I call IPOB. Those ones who started early cannot today. You should hold at the highest esteem. Not too many autopilot. Look at them and they are rubbish. Leumo crowd have about 5 or 6 of them. I'm gonna truck. Force at home. Look at how this idiot to Finland destroyed the life of those young men. Let me take this call. I'm on your hello, Mazi.
Good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon, my brother. KB Snack Banda.
Still online,
I please, I'm rounding up now.
Okay, sir. My name is Chukwebuka. I'm part of Kiki. Okay. I'm calling from Côte d'Ivoire.
Mazi.
I just want to appreciate what you are doing and the effort you are putting in place. I've been watching you and following you most of your program, but I decided to call in today and to say, well done, sir. All your movement and following all that you do, the education you are bringing to our people, and I want to thank Biafrans all over the world, and I want to pray that the Chukwu Kabiam will receive the soul of our brother, Austrian man, in his bosom.
Yes, sir.
That's what I pray. So I encourage every Biafrans to do the needful. For somebody like me, I'm not backing down. I know what I'm fighting. I will not be in exile, and my children will come also and also be in exile. Am I coming out clear?
You are coming out very, very loud and clear, please. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So, what am I trying to say is that every IPOB member must stand tall. We are not backing down. No need to be afraid of anything. Mazi Nnamdi knows what he embarked on. He knows that the journey is not an easy one. That is why it's a struggle. And looking at him must give all of us the courage to stand with him and fight what is fighting us. Yeah, we have a household enemies, which is very, very much. In fact, if I would say, after the war, the household enemy of Biafra increased.
Quadruple, yeah.
Increased in a very great way. So IPOB is the last line that is holding the Janjaweed to do what they wanted to do. And our people is not seeing it that way. So I want every IPOB member to know that you are a warrior. You are a stumbling block before British government and all their allies. So we should not looking at ourselves that we are not doing anything. We are doing great, great, great job. More so to our gallant men in the bush, doing the needful. Minus them. In fact, for this thing, I am saying goza to our great leader and the entire leadership of IPOB for putting this structure forward, this ESN. If not ESN today, I don't think that we'll be joking. We'll be joking. So I am topping my cap for our gallant men in the bush. They are paying the ultimate price. Likewise, every other person in different departments doing one thing or the other. I'm appreciating everybody, asking everybody to keep moving. We must immerse ourselves from all this mostly mental slavery, because this thing has become a very I will call it cancer in our system. Issue of religion. Although I don't want to talk about it because I know what we are discussing. In fact, I am a catechist in my parish as I'm talking to you. But I know what we are fighting. If we don't have life, we don't talk about who we worship and how we worship. We first have life before we talk about who are we going to worship and how to worship that person. Life is very important. So every member of IPOB who is holding hand in religion or what you believe, it is secondary. Anything you believe is secondary. Your life is first before you talk about what you believe. So if any of us is still not amassing ourselves from what somebody brings to us, if I will say, if left for me, I will just say, how can somebody come and kill my forefathers and then force them to believe in what they believe? And they left it for me, and I will come and I reject the structure they put, and I accept the will of their belief. Am I not crazy? So I'm saying this thing also understand that our life and our existence is more important than any other thing. If we are not into existence, then every other thing goes. But since we are into existence, we must protect ourselves. We must put every measure to protect ourselves, defend ourselves. It's a natural cause. If somebody comes to me now to kill me, first of all, I must defend myself first. If I'm alive, then I will be able to say how everything happened. So my brother, my senior comrade, I'm going to stop here. I called in to say thank you for what you have been doing. We are listening, and I want to say that all that you people have been saying through social media, Facebook, and every platform is yielding fruit. It's a gradual process. This thing has happened for many years, and the many people have been born into it, grow up in it, live in it. All their life has been in it. We must not back down. We must continue the education. The awareness continues, and at the end, Biafra will come, and we are going to celebrate together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, we are not going to back down. That's the whole message here. And let's see who are there. Know who is your enemy, and also have the Igbo politicians sold their souls to the devil. Which they did. They sold it, and they can never have it back. They can never have it back again. Exactly what they did now, they can never have it back. they miss the opportunity. IPOB managed to managed to provide them all those opportunities. And now the question on somebody in the platform without opportunity to speak. All of a sudden, they say, okay, get kidnapped and only prevent you from achieving. While in the first place, is the one that give you the platform. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu provide the platform. Prevent 2023 president and 2019 president. Now, look at them. Once they get there, no approve, no presidency. David Omar have quoted the same thing. Proscribed by IPOB. Obi are not proscribed that they got out and proscribed IPOB. Not to Fulani, not to Yoruba. I'm not taking the kind of Naju. This guys, this group will have form. Ibubago, tell me one Fulani Hemegrola arrest. Or would he be able? We didn't ask them to kill Fulani. Tell me one Fulani Ibubago. One Fulani Hemegrola arrest. Even the in the head, I remember some tweet the other day. Look at the food. This is street hawkers. Look at what they're selling our people. They will spread that thing in the food. They think that they are putting garlic or they are putting vinegar on your food. Nobody is monitoring the food. Nobody is monitoring it. Politicians are not monitoring. Nobody monitoring what these people are selling to our poor people on the street. Kidney problem. No even hospital to look at Ndinejiga. Heavily kapa my pastor will cook do nime church na atoria ime 9 months. Nwanyi we bleeding there could be na has no which chineke. Has how God want it. Our women are now through pregnancy. Even is report. Even this our brother evangelist, fearless evangelist. Look at the commitment. A young man, just look at and we are not Biafra like that. In nature and matter the level of commitment, the sacrifice. I know for no one. If you don't know one you can brainwash you no one you can metagain. In the process. Look at our mother, our wife, our woman. Look at the 9 months pregnancy. Look at him. While in the Yoruba, imams in our command support one on your kanya and hopotra, on your kukwani, on your kawani yasu, support one ya, Unepokulan dike infidel, only hand haponuno window in the hand, only hand haponuna, infidel. Nunepokulan dike infidel will use support one on your kanya wounded up missional. All of them, imam or Haji house speaker, all of them. In fact, I got Panakun, Nunele campaign. Uno kind of make uno mehana small Ghana must go because uno likely na uno see praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Future of 8 years because only maga even self instead how can man with you wear mask of Tinubu Jean made inauguration and Haga run there for 8 years. Future 8 years. By the time, maybe almost of them on 40, on 50, on 60 years. Yaga knows almost 70 years that time. That's how we that's this man. I can't forget. This is what we're saying. You sold your future. You sold it. Only IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one fighting for your survival. Some idiot to mobilize other organizations that are supposed to support what we are doing. They are supposed to help us to raise alarm over the killings. Obviously, now we mobilize too. And how we go ahead creating mushroom Facebook forum here and there and attacking our people, creating disaffection here and there. And some gullible people is falling for it. Instead of them to caution the idiot to say, who the hell are you coming here to instigate this? You see some other, even the other fellow comrade now will turn against coexist against their fellow. The same one equals him as long as all need one come, you can say him now bam stored, no matter he believe. So long as all need one who the same side. You suppose to imagine home because him na go na him who towards him one by naga. Because he didn't have stored, not talking with a sentiment about stored. He said, "Get me chon, keep quiet, me chon. Happen on your name, because as long as only one, and him was you forget it. But rather you reason why now we are studying any advice. A use against your own, against the hand one. And use I was here. Where were you almost all these years? I know one name. Look at now. You all president unachita. Ubu church one can unachita hichi there. Allow me. Senate unachita. Politically now, you people are West. Now, who can't happen to you here cannot even support you when you are being killed. They don't speak to you. They don't support you. This thing is only happening on a particular race, Igbo race, the East, not in Europe, not in the West, not in the North. The East. That is where this thing, all the whole war is being waged. And the fools who know they are married and they wage war against them. The rest smart and they will only deceive and hang their own nail. Somebody come here now, my advertisement of River Jordan. But time will river the holy. People na gana nuku gaga be anime has a hogan woman. Or when I want here, Kelo actually 2 years ago or 4 years ago. Only do make broadcast about it. Did you not see it? After our rituals, they leave a lot here back. I can be how many years because I'm a rebel. Never again may watch that place. Mirala, Kroto, leave a lie in a broad daylight. Until IPOB Alohachi, you may hammer the river Alohachi back in the Maracadi again. Did you people not see it? But this in Gawai or Arab country, giving weapon in River Jordan. Do you see it? The Mahamara use their own belief, now control their own people for a betterment, for a good bargain. Can you now suppress sign? Now suppress sign. Other people are not designing now. Look at now what they did to them. Igbo politicians. IPOB remain focused. Support our ESN who are in the bush fighting. Support them. Support the leadership. They push you to go against it. All asking at the structure. I'm available. I'm now. Nnamdi Kanu knows that a day like this will come. He created this structure and keep it. Nunu follow their instruction. Anybody that is not following the order of the IPOB leadership, that you are on your own. Mandi kesa hano na finance and high kaba. Let's say you paracha ubu na politics na mwezi hachita. I don't go now. They move going on now. The world have moved on, haven't they? They have moved on now. So fenika that we're going to yaka no umuhonye ni munu. Umuhonye ni also kunu man now. He also price one a bribe. Umuhonye ni munu got very close to his brother's administration. Nunu will threat us. Thank you very much. I have taken more than even the time I thought. I have taken the time. I've taken more of. I never planned to speak this long. But thank you very much again for listening to me. It's a pleasure to have you. And may Chukwu Kabiama continue to bless you once again. And we'll see you anytime soon. And on Sunday we are, I think, Dublin are having their meeting. I will also be kind of live there. I will be live there myself. By special grace of God, I will be live. So listen to Radio Biafra always. We have dedicated broadcasters that are giving us, lecture that we needed, and also we do all of them. All our broadcasters are unique in their broadcast. I can tell you, they are all unique. very unique in their broadcast. So they all have one or two things they also possess in this. They all contribute in their quarters. Thank you very much again, and I will see you sometime again very soon.
To hear that you we are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten.